Have you ever wondered why some people seem to glide through life with an inner calm, unshaken by the storms of challenges and setbacks, while others appear overwhelmed by every bump in the road? You might have witnessed individuals who seem to manifest their dreams and create their own success, while others struggle to break free from self-doubt, negative thought patterns, and external pressures. What if I told you that the very thoughts running through your mind, your mindset, and how you view challenges have the power to shape your reality? Imagine using the power of your thoughts to transform your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. This isn't just a motivational idea, it's backed by science, and it's embedded deeply in the teachings of Stoicism. Today, we're diving into the powerful, mind-shifting world of Stoic philosophy and its practical application in the modern world. We'll explore how the Stoic wisdom of ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus can teach us how to live unshaken by life's inevitable challenges, and how you can cultivate an unbreakable inner peace. In this video, we will uncover how these timeless Stoic principles can help you take control of your life, embrace adversity, and ultimately live a life full of resilience, success, and profound inner contentment. If you're ready to embrace the immense power of your mind, to stop letting fear dictate your decisions, and to harness the timeless wisdom that has transformed countless lives, then stick with me through every moment of this video. But before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with those who might need a little motivation, and don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, make a commitment to watch all the way through, because the insights we'll discuss today could radically shift the way you live your life. Let's begin this journey together. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. First fundamental Stoic principle I want to talk about comes from Epictetus, who famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." At its core, this idea isn't simply about the mechanics of communication. It's about humility, self-awareness, and the recognition that there is always more to learn from others. In a world dominated by social media, constant opinions, and the pressure to express ourselves, we often forget how much wisdom exists outside of our own minds. Think about the last time you had a conversation. Were you really listening, or were you just waiting for your turn to speak? It's easy to get caught up in expressing our own thoughts and opinions, but when we do this too much, we shut ourselves off from the insights and perspectives of others. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, emphasize the importance of self-awareness and the practice of listening deeply. They understood that by listening more than we speak, we allow ourselves to grow and evolve. Life offers a constant stream of knowledge, but we have to be willing to listen, to let others' experiences and wisdom inform our own. True wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about being open to learning from the world and from everyone in it. And that starts with listening, not just hearing the words, but understanding the deeper meaning behind them. Principle 2. Be prepared for adversity. Resilience is key. We've all experienced it. Life sailing smoothly, everything in place, and then, wham, a sudden storm of challenges hits us. These are the unexpected moments, like losing a job, facing health challenges, or dealing with personal crises that can shake us to the core. But here's the thing, the Stoics didn't shy away from these difficult moments. Instead, they taught us how to be prepared for adversity, and how to build the mental and emotional resilience to face life's challenges head-on. Epictetus was clear about this when he said, "Don't fear what could happen. Be prepared for it. Life happens, and it's not always in our control." This is a call to embrace the reality of life's unpredictability, not with fear or anxiety, but with a mindset of readiness. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, spoke at length about the importance of preparing ourselves for hardship. He didn't suggest living in a state of constant anxiety or pessimism, but rather cultivating the mental strength to accept that hardships will come and to face them with equanimity. By mentally preparing for adversity, you don't invite negativity into your life. Instead, you equip yourself with the resilience and the tools needed to rise above whatever challenges life throws your way. It's not about waiting for a storm to pass, but about learning how to sail through it with strength. This is where true preparation lies, not in expecting the worst, but in being ready for it, knowing that you have the internal resources to navigate it. Principle 3. Embrace failure as the path to progress. One of the most profound aspects of Stoicism is the relationship it encourages with failure. In a world that often views failure as something to avoid at all costs, the Stoics taught us to embrace it. Failure, according to Marcus Aurelius, is not a sign of defeat, but a stepping stone to greater wisdom and self-improvement. The philosopher Seneca put it perfectly when he said, "Fail and learn. This is how we grow. Embrace your failures, for they are the lessons you need to get better." Rather than shying away from the potential for failure, the Stoics recognized that each failure is an opportunity for personal growth and transformation. Think about it. Whenever we try something new, there's always a chance for failure. That's the reality of life. But rather than fearing failure, the Stoics encourage us to view it as part of the process. Failure is what refines us. Just as a sculptor chisels away at a block of marble to reveal a masterpiece, by embracing failure, we make it a part of our journey, not a roadblock. It becomes a lesson in resilience, teaching us to be patient, persistent, and courageous. As Epictetus reminded us, don't be afraid of failure. Use it as the tool for progress that it is. Principle 4. Guard your wealth. True prosperity lies within. The Stoics were not anti-wealth, but they understood that true prosperity is not about external wealth or possessions. Epictetus, in particular, taught that wealth consists not in what we own, but in how little we desire. This principle is especially relevant in today's consumer-driven society, where we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us that more is better, more money, more possessions, more status. However, the Stoics knew that this pursuit of external wealth often leads to dissatisfaction and inner turmoil. Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment when he said, "Wealth is not about the things you own, but about how content you are with what you have." He and other Stoic philosophers believed that true wealth is the contentment and peace we find within ourselves, irrespective of external circumstances. True prosperity lies not in accumulating material goods, but in mastering our desires, finding peace in simplicity, and recognizing that our inner state is far more valuable than any external possession. This doesn't mean rejecting wealth, but instead, maintaining it with humility and balance, understanding that true wealth is about contentment. Principle 5. Don't pin your happiness on a single outcome. As humans, we often focus on a single goal or outcome as the key to our happiness, whether it's a promotion, a relationship, or some personal achievement. But the Stoics warn against tying your happiness to any one external factor. Seneca wisely observed, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." He understood that life is constantly changing, and putting all of our hopes into one outcome can lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction. Epictetus emphasized the importance of having multiple aspirations. By diversifying our hopes and goals, we create a more resilient emotional foundation. Life is unpredictable, and if we invest all our emotional energy into one aspiration, we set ourselves up for frustration if that dream doesn't come true. Instead, the Stoics suggest spreading our hopes across different areas of life, whether it's personal growth, relationships, or work, so that we're not dependent on any one thing for our happiness. This principle fosters resilience and encourages us to find joy in the process, not just the outcome. Principle 6. Embrace mortality. Life with urgency. The Stoics understood the inevitability of death, and instead of fearing it, they used it as a catalyst for living fully. Seneca once said, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." Death, as a concept, often scares us, and yet, our constant denial of it leads us to procrastinate and waste time on trivial matters. The Stoics remind us to live as if each day could be our last, to prioritize what truly matters, and to act with urgency. Marcus Aurelius would reflect on the brevity of life and encourage himself to focus on what's truly important. Don't waste time debating what a good man should be. Be one. This is a call to action. Don't wait for a perfect moment or an ideal condition. Start living in alignment with your values right now. By embracing the reality of death, we gain a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of life and the time we have. We begin to focus on what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contributing to the well-being of others. As Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for what he has not, but rejoices for what he has." The Stoics believed that contentment and inner peace are the true markers of wealth. No matter how much we acquire, our desires will always seek more unless we choose to cultivate satisfaction within. True prosperity isn't measured by the things we own, but by how little we desire and how much we appreciate what we already have. It's a mindset of gratitude, a practice of focusing on the present and being content with the current moment, no matter what it brings. By living in alignment with Stoic principles, we can learn to navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and wisdom. The Stoics offer timeless lessons on living unshaken in a world that constantly pulls us in different directions. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. Through listening more than you speak, preparing for adversity, embracing failure, and finding true wealth and contentment, you can cultivate a life of deep fulfillment, success, and peace. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism together and apply these principles to build lives of meaning and purpose.